doxology.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisihin, sa dagat at bundok, sa simuyan, sa langit mo bukaw, may nilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang islap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidingding. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pag may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na wala di pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
friends, ladies and gentlemen, the singing of the Catanduanes State University hymn. Lyrics by Mr. Jerry S. Rubio. Music by Professor Leticia A. Toledo.
Proclaim your splendor as we march. are truly loved to see CSU. Bread and jam in the eastern seas. Your radiance illumines our path. From this island to the global community, we pledge to voice your name. We'll sing and live with thee. Catanduanes State University, builder of hope, our visions from a strong word. Catanduanes State University, our very own CSU.
Good day, everyone. I am Jarek GT Obak, a third-year BPED student, and we are on the lesson 12, which is teaching in an online learning. So, as a pre-service teacher, you are currently preparing yourselves academically to face the new breed of students who are not only technologically savvy, but also advanced in knowledge and information about your subject matter. So, bilang isang teacher, dapat prepare ka for different instances. Like, ganitong pandemic, ina-adapt yung online learning. So, sa online learning, marami ang mga factors na kino-consider at maraming mga panibagong strategy para yung quality education ay ma-met pa rin ng mga students. Teaching online and teaching in a traditional classroom are not the same. They may share similarities and differences, but teaching online requires sound pedagogical and technological knowledge and skills. Talagang malaki ang pinagkaiba nung yung traditional way of teaching and sa online teaching, because sa traditional way of teaching, face-to-face yung nangyayari. Yung interaction ng students and ng teacher is talagang andyan sila, nag-aano sila ng harap-harapan. Pero sa online, yung strategy mo dapat yung mas pinapagana kung paano pa rin makukuha or maiintindihan ng estudyante yung lesson mo. Halimbawa, dito sa online learning, dapat meron ka talaga ng mga ideas, skills, kung paano magamit ng mga different applications. Gaya ng ibang teacher natin ngayon, gumagamit sila ng different apps para yung mga lessons ay maihatid ng maayos sa atin. Like Zooms, like Google Classrooms or other applications. Yan yung mga malaking pinagkaiba sa online learning in yung traditional way of teaching. And sa traditional way of teaching kasi, yung talagang estudyante ay talagang napapakinggan nila ng verbally mismo yung sinasabi ng guro. Samantalang yung teacher dapat ngayong online learning, yung teacher maraming mga kinukonsidera. So, this will be discussed as the various pedagogical principles and practices in online teaching. It introduces the community of inquiry model and the familiarity of the different tools and resources of learning management system. So, dito daw sa lesson 12 na ito, which is the teaching in an online learning, nakapaloob dito yung various pedagogical principles and practices in online teaching. Ano ba yung mga kinukonsidera sa pagtuturo ngayong in this type of learning, which is the online learning or online teachings. Ipinapakilala din dito yung community of inquiry model and also the familiarity, yung mga iba't ibang mga kagamitan, yung mga iba't ibang resources na kailangan sa pagtuturo ng ganitong sistema. So, ngayon, dito tayo sa virtual learning environment. To succeed in teaching online, one needs to first and foremost understand the nature and characteristics of the learning environment. In the case of online teaching, the playing field or the environment where you will teach is virtual, which means there is physical and geographic separation of the teacher from the students. So, alam naman siguro natin na pag sinabi nating virtual, hindi ito yung uri ng pakikipag-usap na harapan. Pag sinabi nating virtual, di ba meron tayong sinasabi na virtual, example, virtual graduation. Yung graduation ng specific class na yon is nangyayari, nakita na lang natin sa TV, sa cellphone, or sa any other social media platforms. So, di ba sabi dito, virtual, which means there is physical and geographical separation. Yung ibig sabihin, hindi sila nagsasama kung habang nangyayari yung class discussion or something ganon. Teaching in this content offer ease in shifting the time and place of online interaction. Online content may be presented in various formats in video, text, and multimedia. There is provision of extended access to these online web-based materials. The capacity of the net to access huge volume of content in practically all subjects in the net's enabling feature to support human and machine interaction both in synchronous and asynchronous modalities. That is based from Anderson 2004. So, yun na nga, yung virtual learning environment, malaki talaga yung pinagkaiba dun sa traditional way of teaching. Kasi sabi dito, teaching is this content offer ease in shifting the time and place of online interaction. Online content may be presented in various format. Pag dito sa online teaching, halos karamihan ng ginagamit is, halimbawa yung teacher is nagzo-zoom, gumagawa na lang sila ng video presentation or something, meron sila ng mga PowerPoint presentation. Yun na yung ginagamit mostly ngayon sa online learning. Diba, sabi dito, video, text, and multimedia. So maraming resources na ginagamit ngayon sa pagtuturo, which is the online. So, halos ngayon, virtual learning environment. So, yun ang naka-assign sa akin. Thank you, and sana nagkaroon kayo ng kaalaman sa aking discussion.
Good day, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about the community of inquiry model. Community of inquiry model is a group of individuals who collaboratively engage in purposeful critical discourse and reflection to construct personal meaning and confirm mutual understanding. It is an educational community of inquiry. So, educational community ay isang lugar or group na naging grupo sila for the purpose of educational. For example, sa amin sa INC, may grupo na doon kami pwedeng magpatulong sa mga marunong about the topic. For example, sa mathematics, or kaya naman sa may discussion. Halimbawa, the topic about the religion. Kumbaga dito nagkakaroon ng brainstorming, kumbaga healthy discussion sa isang community. Next is the presence. Cognitive social teaching are the independent elements or components that should be sufficiently high to achieve meaningful online learning. Cognitive daw, social teaching. Siyempre, ngayong pandemic, hindi naman nagkakaroon ng social interaction. Kaya, tuturuan natin ang tao paano hindi nila makakalimutan kung paano makikisalamuha sa ibang tao. The community of inquiry have 3 levels of presence. The cognitive presence, social presence, the third is teaching presence. Cognitive presence, it is the extent to which learners are able to construct and confirm meaning through sustained reflection and discourse. By Garson, Anderson, and Archer in 2001. In cognitive, dito sa pamamagitan ng group community sa isang tao, nagkakaroon ng pagkakataong malaman yung sarili niya kumbaga, malalaman ng isang bagay, mas naiintindi niya sa sarili niya yung mga bagay-bagay na katanungan niya na tinatanong niya sa community. For example, kumbaga dito sa pag-uusap-usap nila, nagkakaroon ng linaw sa kanyang sarili about that topic. Next, it refers to mental activity, reasoning and thinking, how continuous thinking, reflecting and discourse result to construction of knowledge and shared meaning. Dito, for example, ako, nag-share ako ng kaalaman ko about the topic. Tapos siya, nag-share din ng kaalaman niya. Yung idea, nagpapasa-pasa. Kaya mas maganda kasi mas nagkaka-construct ng kaalaman. For example, yung kaalaman ni Juan, pig-share niya, tapos yung kaalaman naman ni Pablo, pig-share din niya. Dito, pwede ka nang makakuha ng mas magandang idea or knowledge about the topic. The next is social presence. In social presence, it is the ability of participants to identify with the community, communicate purposely in a trusting environment, and develop interpersonal relationship by way of protecting their individual personalities. Dito, from the word presence, nakikipagsalamuha or participate sa isang grupo. Presence yung andun siya kasi sa isang lugar. Next is it relates to establishment of a supportive environment where students can be themselves and can openly express and share their disagreements and viewpoints. So, syempre, dito, pwede kang in the community, dito, pwede kang mag-express ng sarili mo o kaya opinion mo sa ibang tao. Nag-share ka ng mga viewpoints, ng mga opinions na kumbaga hindi lahat agree or kaya naman disagree. Presence. It is the design, facilitation, and direction of cognitive and social processes for the purpose of realizing personally meaningful and educationally worthwhile learning outcomes. And also, teaching presence includes teachers' tasks in designing, organizing, and facilitating learning experiences that should take place first before the establishment of the learning community. So, sa teaching presence, the venue is inside the school. And also, the teacher is involved. Kasi sa teaching presence, bago sa labas ng community, na parang ito yung ginagawa sa labas ng community, dapat ito muna na tuturuan muna sila na ito ang una na teaching presence bago sa community para mag-guide sila sa pagbuo ng isang learning community. And also, sa teaching presence, there is 3 important rules of teachers in creating teaching presence. The number 1 is design and organization of the learning experiences. Number 2 is devising and implementing activities to encourage discourse and interaction between and among students, between the teacher and the student, and between individual student and groups of students and content resources. Number 3 is engaging in a variety of direct instruction in adding subject matter expertise. In general, the community of inquiry model serves as an effective way to improve or enhance communication skills of students and also contribute in boosting confidence, supportive environment. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Giselle C. Panti and I will be discussing Learning Management Systems or LMS. Okay, so as a millennial and digital learners, we have learned various computer applications like web browsers, spreadsheet software, graphic software, word processors, ano pa ba? Presentation software, etc. And of course, other mobile apps like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and many more. Now, what is Learning Management Systems or LMS? Learning Management System or LMS is defined as course management software used to deliver educational and training programs online. Just like other software applications such as the Word program you use to write documents, PowerPoint for designing and developing lecture presentations, Learning Management System or LMS is a software program that helps you create, manage, and deliver online educational programs. So, in short, Learning Management System is a platform wherein inilalagay natin ang lahat na ginagamit nating tools like to track, to report, or to deliver the different educational courses and educational materials na ginagamit ng mga estudyante. So, some of the samples, of course, we have the Google Apps for education. So, most of us are utilizing the Google storage. We have the Google Calendar, and of course, we have the video conferencing tools such as the Google Meet, and then we have the PowerPoint for our presentation, and ang iba sa atin are now utilizing Canva for their presentation also. And for our video lesson, some of our sources kinukuha natin sa YouTube, and that is also an example of open educational resources. And most of us then we create our own video lessons. And we have also this video conferencing tools na kung saan madalas yung link na ibinibigay ng teacher natin, they keep on giving links every time na sila ay magkakaroon ng online session. And And then we have also the different online polls and survey app. We have the very common, the Google Forms. Ano pa ba? The Mentimeter. And we have also the Survey Monkey. And we also have apps na ginagamit para sa interactive games para sa ating online activities like Kahoot, Quizlets, and quizzes. So, given those online apps and online tools na ginagamit sa pagtuturo, pwede mo na siyang ilagay into one link only. Now, what are the things na gusto mong ilagay or pwede mong ilagay sa LMS? So, we have the class schedule, the video lesson links, the Google Meet links, the announcements, pwede rin yan. And also the lecture notes, the message, and even the task or assessment. So, yun yung mga suggested things na gusto or pwede mong ilagay sa LMS. Now, what are the things you need or requirements para makagawa ng LMS? So, first is email account. Second, laptop or desktop. And lastly, of course, internet connectivity. So, those are the learning management systems or LMS that is simply understood as an online course organizer.
Good day everyone, I'm Maria Teresa M. de los Reyes and I am here to tackle about tools and resources of LSM and their functions. So there are several learning management systems in the market which are available for educational institution and business organization. So there are also open source learning management system which institution can use free of charge. Here's the example of LSM. So the first one is WebCity. Second one is Blackboard. The third one is Wizlearn or EVLE or either IVLE. So the fourth one is Educational and Training Institution. And the other organization can avail of these LSMs through subscription. And for those who would prefer to use LSM for free, you have the Moodle and Sakai and many more if you wish to search for them in the web. So, a typical LSM has the following tools and resources to offer, which can help the user design, develop, and organize their online programs. So let's come now to the tools and resources of LMS. So the first one is Workspace. So every LMS provides this specific tool. However, and for some, they may all this with a different name. So the like one is My Workspace. So is it a place where you can keep personal documents, create new sites, maintain a schedule, store resources, and much more. So, ito pong Workspace is a site or application na mami-minimize mo or may tatago mo po yung personal information mo, personal documents or new sites, or dahil po dito you can maintain your schedules, store resources, and many more. So the second one is announcement tool. So is another LMS tool where online teacher may use to post announcement for the class. Usually, the class is alerted to check regularly the announcement for an update or for other important notice. So announcement tool is very helpful also for the student and the teacher in this time of pandemic. Dahil dito, nagiging alert yung student or nabibigyan ng idea yung student or teacher na maging aware about the announcement in any sites like Messenger or Google Classroom. If they have activities that they needed to pass on time. The next one is resources. So it is a tool designed to serve as repository of all instructional materials such as journal articles, PowerPoint lecture presentations, videos, and other multimedia materials. Other LMS may call this a work bin or by any other name but serves the same purpose. So, ang resources po is imbakan ng mga instructional materials. Pwede nyo po ditong ilagay yung journal article, PowerPoint lecture presentations, other videos, and other multimedia materials to help you to secure your instructional materials for your lessons. So the other one is syllabus. So these tools is where online courses syllabus is posted. Some LMS provide a template for this tool, and online teachers simply fills up the required information such as title of the course, code course, learning outcomes, class schedules, and course description. So, as we all know, ang syllabus daw po ay naglalaman ng title of the course, code course, learning outcomes, class schedules, and course description. So ito po yung mga binibigay sa atin ng mga teachers natin to serve as a guide for a course. So the next one is chat room. So this is a virtual classroom where the teachers and the student meet in real time. This is a tool where synchronous communication takes place. So all chat transcripts are recorded and the online teacher can retrieve them for review. So we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic, so this is applicable for every one of us. So chat room is a virtual classroom. So it's either Messenger, Zoom, Google Classroom. This tool synchronized communication takes place. So dito po nangyayari yung exchange of information, giving insight by each other, giving information, giving lesson by the teachers. So the other one is discussion forum. So this is another LMS tool for asynchronous communication between the teacher and the students, and between and among online students can take place. So other LMS can call this particular tool as discussion board. So this LMS tool serves as discussion board by the teachers and the students, which can everyone shares their learning insight and give their own understanding in the topic. So the next one is assessment tool. So online teachers can likewise give inline tests. This assessment tool helps the teachers to organize and post several types of tests. So these assessment tools help the teachers to be organized and giving tests in the students. So it also serves as a guide of the teachers to conduct quizzes in the student. So the last one is whisper button. So teachers may use this tool to communicate to a particular students or a group of students for any particular message intended only for them and not for the entire class. So this tool will help the students and the teacher to communicate privately. So kung merong concern yung teacher or suggestion about the topic or learning, she or he can communicate easier. Developers and designers of learning management systems today continue to improve the features, tools, and capabilities of LMS in order to help online teachers in designing and organizing their online learning programs. So, special training is usually conducted for online teachers in using all these LMS tools and resources. And that's all. Thank you.
So, hi everyone, my name is LVG Alcantara and now I will discuss about classroom management in a virtual learning environment. So, classroom management, even before this pandemic, is very important to promote effective learning. Today, as we face this health crisis, we must focus more on how do we sustain effective classroom management in the virtual environment as the new adapted learning system. And here are some strategies to promote effective virtual learning. First is the establish online use platforms. Establish online learning platforms. Some teachers have used platforms such as Google Classroom to display daily agendas and class rules. Check in with students to see how they are feeling and keep parents updated with any announcements. Teacher can also post information about how they are grading work or providing feedback on this platform so that students are aware of what expected of them. So, establish online learning platform. Teacher must select and use platforms such as Google Classroom, Room Meeting, emails, where the teacher and student can hold their lecture and exchange information. And the second strategy we can use is the make online instructions accessible for all. In addition to ensuring students are connected and have a proper devices, CURS says it is important to consider students' unique instructional needs and home environments to promote equity while teaching online. For example, is it fair to expect assignments at a certain time of day? What if students only have access to computer at 8 p.m.? CURS says some educators have considered assigning week-long projects rather than daily assignments to account for those gaps. So, make online instructions accessible for all is the platforms that the teacher chosen must be accessible for every student. Most of the learners struggle in an internet connection, so the teacher must choose the most easiest and possible way that can be reached by everyone. The third strategy we can use is to have a strong communication channels. Compared with an in-person classroom setting, teacher may not have the same level of interaction with students in a remote or blended learning environment. Therefore, finding ways to maintain connection and establishing proper communication etiquette will be crucial to building relationship with the students and making sure their voices are heard, even if teachers don't see them face-to-face in a regular basis. So, have a strong communication channel. And the third is the have a strong communication channels. Teacher must build and maintain a strong and open communication with the students so that both teachers and learners are vocal on their difficulties. Communication is also a great way for a solution. And the fourth is the acknowledge student accomplishment. When students are productive, engaged, and learning online, it is important to acknowledge them. This is, of course, important in every classroom. Online students will not get to see a smile of pride or receive a congratulatory high five from teachers like they can in the physical classroom. And in short, acknowledgement student accomplishment. As a teacher, as a student must receive acknowledgement or appreciation to their work and efforts, regardless of how high they achieve. Everyone must be appreciated for them to be encouraged. And the fifth one is that educate student about plagiarism. Online learning lends itself to increased plagiarism. Students are working in technological device with access to endless resources, and the temptation to copy information can feel insurmountable for students. I suggest that every online teacher combat plagiarism from day one. Let students know what it is and provide examples. Outline the consequences for plagiarism as well. So, educate students about plagiarism. Since most of the students today rely more on internet, they must be reminded about plagiarism. Getting information in internet can be helped, but still, observe the proper acknowledgement of the reference and do not steal one's work. So that's 5 ways of classroom management I have discussed are just one of the many, but they are the most important and needed today in virtual learning. Thank you.